Dr. David, you are welcome to the show. American Honors Program is not so familiar in Nepal. How does American Honors Program work? How does it help to Nepalese students?
Yeah, let me just tell you how American Honors works. So basically, the idea is we now have partners in 6 states in the US at 10 different colleges where students can come for their first 2 years in a small honors program. And the program is really designed in a way that helps all of the issues that an international student might have, this takes care of. So one of the issues is people don't really understand the US system. And so if they go to a huge, big public university, which is the most common path, very easy to get lost there. Here, you're in a big college, but you're in an honors program with only 200 or 300 other students, mostly from America. About 85% are US, and then students from around the world. And you take your classes together, but instead of a huge lecture class, the classes are only 20 students or fewer in each. So you really get to know your professor, you get to practice your English, you really get to master the subjects. And then on top of that, every student, when they're there, they have their own American Honors advisor on the campus. So before they take their first class, that advisor sits down with them and says, so you're interested in being an engineer, or maybe you would like to be a nurse, or you have a family business and you want to learn how do I grow that in a global economy. So they lay out for you, well, here's the best major, and here are some of the 4-year universities and colleges we think would be good for you to finish your degree. And so you prepare for that, and you take these first 2 years of courses. In the small classes, you can save a lot of money compared to what it costs at the 4-year university. And then at the end of the 2 years, your advisor helps you to apply. And now we have one of the exciting things in just the growth since I was last here is now we have more than 80 of the top colleges and universities in the US that are our partners. Very famous places like MIT, Cornell University, Duke University, UCLA. So we have many of the best colleges and universities in the US who are coming to our campuses, recruiting the students, and more than half of those partners offer the student a guaranteed letter of admission. So the time they start the program, if they want to go to Purdue University or Michigan State or American University, they can request the letter, and then when they go for their visa, and they ask them, well, why do you want to study in the US? Why would you go to a community college? They can say, I have a 4-year plan, 2 years with American Honors, and then I will finish my degree here. And they have all the documents to show this, so each step of the process is really well mapped out for them.
I just try to link to the viewers that you came in Nepal last time with same program and organized couple of seminars as well. At this point of time, you already have a few Nepalese students studying in American Honors Program out there. Can you give us some feedback?
Well, it's been a really great progression. So we had a chance to meet and was very pleased to be on your show in that first visit last year. And that was the introduction of this new program to Nepal. So the first time that we had come, people were not familiar with, not only with the name of American Honors, but unlike some countries, the notion of 2+2 as a way to get a top degree is not as well understood, I think, here in Nepal as, for example, if you go to Vietnam or Indonesia, most students who go to the US, this is how they study because it's the most affordable way to get a great degree. And for them, they want quality, but they also want to be able to afford the cost in the US. So when we introduced the concept, we got some great initial interest. We've had several students from Nepal come, and they're now in the program and doing well. And so we're excited for them to finish after those 2 years and then be able to go on to transfer and to show the full success. But of course, this takes the time to finish.
As you got time to meet and interact with Nepalese students this time, how did you see the perception of students about American Honors Program? Do they really trust or not?
I think this is why your show is so important, is I think there isn't a broad awareness of this. So for example, I would guess that most people in Nepal, actually most people around the world, don't know that half of all the people who get a university degree in the US transfer. They didn't start at that university. They started somewhere else. but they were able to take the credits from the first place to the second university. So this is not a rare idea. This is not a new concept in the US. What's new is to have the honors program and to have all of these great universities as partners who are excited to accept the students. So the idea of this beginning one place and finishing in another, that's the part that in many parts of the world, that's not how the system works. And so people just want to make sure, this is, how can I be certain that if I start here, I'll be able to go there? How will it work? And so we just want to educate about all aspects of the process.
Countries like Australia, UK have similar kind of bridging or pathway programs. My point is, can a student transfer their credit to other countries like in UK, Australia, after completion of 2 years of American honors program in US?
We have begun to add some partners around the world. So we have the American College of Greece as a partner. We have a Canadian university, and we are talking with a number of the UK universities about it. Also talking with University of Technology Sydney about doing it. But on the whole, I think the program is most designed for the students who really want to get the US degree when they finish. The others are certainly possible. And one thing that's important to say is we don't limit the students to our partner colleges. So we really, we have a student who really wanted to go to Dublin in Ireland. And so we worked with them and said, here are the two best universities there, and we'll work with you on this application. And not all of the courses that they took will transfer because the degree systems are different, but because the degrees are shorter there, they still will be able to finish in 2 years' time.
Since you are into education field, you know better about the career options for Nepalese students in USA, either through this American honors program or other way around. What is your advice to the students?
We are very clear. We think this is a great program, but it's not necessarily a program for every student. And so our number one value at American Honors is student first. So we want each student to really realize their dream. And so what I would say is, the US, one of the things that makes it exciting, but also a real challenge for students, is there are so many good colleges and universities, and very different types. So you have excellent liberal arts colleges, you have excellent big research universities, you have specialized places that are focused on technology or the arts. And so just being able to figure out where is the best place for them, that's a challenge, and that's why the advisors are so important. But I would say that if you have a student here in Nepal, maybe they have family connections in the US, maybe they have spent time there, or maybe they are just very, very bright and they have been doing a lot of research on the web. If they know just which four-year university they want to go, and their family can afford the costs of that four-year university, and they apply, they get in, and they get a good scholarship package, everything, that is usually a great option for them to go. And I would encourage them to do that. We think the American Honors Programs helps the students who they don't have all that information up front, or maybe they got in, but often they get into a big public university and they don't offer scholarships to international students. So instead of paying $40,000 or $45,000, they can pay $20,000 or $25,000 for American Honors, save a lot of money in the first 2 years to be able to use for graduate school or for later. So, each student, the circumstances depend. And so, I would say there are many good options, and it's useful to look at all of them. We think this is a very good one for many students, but not for all.
You are putting lots of stress on the benefit of studying American Honors Program in USA. Don't you think that this kind of program has to be highlighted through USA Embassy or USAF via education fair or other means of communication?
It's a great question, and actually I've arranged to meet with Education USA tomorrow for just this reason. One of the interesting things with these education fairs is you see a very different experience in different countries. So this was something that in China, in Korea, they used to be a very main way that students found out about, decided where they wanted to go. By now, very few students they may go just to like see and pick up some stuff and everything, but it tends not to be how they decide. But I think maybe in Nepal, because it is a newer market, less developed for this knowledge, maybe it makes good sense to if you can find the right fairs, to do this. So I appreciate the suggestion. I will ask them about it, so maybe next year we can participate.
Thank you, Dr. David. Thank you so much for your time and valuable information about American Honors Program.
Thanks very much. Great to see you again.